Hey, what's up? Hello. We are going to be doing family email questions starting at 4:20 Central. So that's in 3 minutes, more like 2.5. Yeah, lock in. Let's do this. Motherfucking do this. Wah, wah, wah. And still on my Reese's tip from earlier. But who don't like it? Just kidding. Just kidding. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion on Reese's. I just love them so much. Got about a minute and a half till we're going to start the family email questions. These are questions submitted directly to an email address tied to our website, where we don't call them fans. We don't call them anything like that. They are a family that submits questions directly for us to answer on air. If you'd like that email address, let me know. I will drop it in the description box or in the comment section so that anybody can drop questions that we can answer on air at any time during any given episode. We have a ton of questions. Guarantee we won't get through them all. But we'll chill, we'll vibe, we'll kick it, and we will go through some. Now that I'm not as much of a mess as I was earlier. Holy shit, that was a problem. That was a whole fucking problem. For those of you who are new to my lives, yes, my mouth is like this the entire time. I strongly suggest earbuds, AirPods, whatever, because if you're going to be around kids, family of any kind, whatever, this is going to be problematic for you. Just a fair warning. All right, 4:20. Let's go. Let's start these questions. Hold on. I want to finish my candy first. My ass. I apologize, y'all. I said 4:20, but we'll get to the questions. All right. Questions from the inbox. As soon as I'm done chewing. Thank you, Brooke. Oh my gosh, you're back. Yay. Thank you so much. I had to find an outfit, so that's why I had to log off for a little bit. I had to find an outfit because I had the shoes, I had the makeup, I had the hair picked up. Well, I was going to be blonde, but it's like, oh, I'll be brunette tonight. So I had to find an outfit real quick. I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Love you. All right. Questions from the inbox. What do people misunderstand about you most? Most people misunderstand me. They think I'm an angry person. Do I have my days? Yes. Do I have my moments? Yes. Do I have my week-ish out of the month? Of course I do. People who knew me back in like middle school, high school think I'm some angry lunatic because I was an angry lunatic. I'm not that person anymore. And a lot of people who hear things from like nowadays will just take it and run with it instead of talk to me about it because they know who I used to be and they assume that I'm still that person. So that's a huge misunderstanding that I'm still battling on a regular basis. My favorite childhood memory is by far my mom used to babysit, and And I apologize, I'm paraphrasing some of these questions because some of them have been asked before. So I'm paraphrasing some of them just to get to the point. My mom used to babysit some neighborhood kids, and in the wintertime, she'd have to be there super early, and I just did not want to wake up. So she would like get me bundled up and lay me in my sled, and she would pull me to the neighborhood, the neighbor's house, and let me sleep on the way over there. So I would wake up in this like warm little like cocoon of blankets and bundled upness, and it would just be like a silent snowy winter morning. It was just amazing. I loved it. How did I meet my spouse? Oh jeez, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. I met him on Facebook. It was right around the time that, damn, it couldn't have been that long ago, because that would have made it 2014, wouldn't it? Because when did Philando Castile die? But when did he die? Now I have to look that up. But we met on Facebook. It was when all hell was breaking loose in the cities because Philando Castile was killed, and the movement was really gaining momentum and everything. And he and I both commented on somebody's status, a mutual friend status, and he really liked what I had to say. So he added me, and hey, sugar butt, how are you? And he added me, and he's one of those people who makes a new page every other fucking week. And he added me on every page thereafter, and I could never keep up with like, okay, this is him, because he'd use a different name every single time. We're not gonna go into that. That was 2000. What do we establish? 2016. We're guessing that we added each other for the first time, and we met in person. There's some discrepancy here. He says I met him at some house party beforehand, but I don't remember that, and I remember everything in life. But we went out on our first date in 2021. That's the first night we ever met, and the rest is history. It's been all downhill ever since. If you know him, shut the fuck up. If you know my significant other, shut the fuck up. It's good to see you, Chris. Love, always. Behave. My biggest failure. Wow, we're just going right off into the deep end. Okay, my biggest failure. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna have to say how I treated my mother growing up. That is my biggest failure in life. She did the best she could with what she knew, with what she had. And I treated her like shit based on my emotions towards situations that were beyond her control. Definitely my biggest failure in life was how I treated my mother when I was growing up. If I could be remembered for one thing, what would it be? The lounge. The lounge, the group. Not, it doesn't have to be the podcast, it doesn't have to be the business. I want to be remembered for the group, because I feel like it's become such a safe space and such a place of positive energy and sisterhood, and just this place that people feel welcome, people feel wanted, people feel like, yes, Brooke, like, you get what I mean. I can't even get it out. I just feel like it's become a space for people to truly belong and be themselves. And I'm proud of that. I'm damn proud of that. I want all of us to be remembered for that, because we built that. It wasn't just me, it was all of us. And I want us to be remembered as the pioneers who created something that people didn't think could be created. And that's a pretty magical fucking thing. I forgot blush and highlighter. I knew I wasn't done with my fucking look. Whatever. It looks okay. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna deal with it. I just realized, like, as I was looking at my brushes, I was like, I didn't use that brush today. But yeah, I want us all to be remembered as like the OG of the unladylike OGs. You know, we built this city on rock and roll. Anyways, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten? Best compliment I've ever gotten was it's it's a compliment to me. Like, I don't think it was okay. I'm just gonna so when somebody jumps in your inbox that you've never met before in your life and they're like, you saved my life, that is the biggest comment I will ever fucking receive in my life. When they're like, what you've done saved my life, like you remembered something about me, or like you did something, or you said something, or you stood up for me, or you know, just whatever the case may have been, and they're like, you saved my life, I wanted to end my life, and because of something you did or you said or you remembered or whatever, like I'm still here because of that, because of you. That is the greatest compliment I could ever receive. There's nothing that'll ever top that. um uh ooh My favorite holiday movie, and what does that say about you? Look, I have a really fucked up sense of humor, like really fucked up sense of humor. If you know, you know. If you're watching this from the lounge or you're watching this on my personal page, you clearly have seen enough of me to know that I have a fucked up sense of humor. If you're watching this from YouTube, you may not know me well enough yet. Yet. You may just be like, I don't want to know at all. Um, my favorite holiday movie is Eight Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler. And I think that says about me, aside from the fact that I have a fucked up sense of humor, that I've experienced some trauma. I know what it's like to take that trauma out on all the wrong people. And I'm not afraid to apologize in the end. Maybe that's wrong, but that, I mean, that's what I think. I don't fucking know. That's what I think. But that's my favorite holiday movie. What has been my favorite job I've held besides podcasting? My favorite job would have to have been save and retention at CenturyLink. For those of you who've never heard of CenturyLink, it used to be a phone company. It is now called like Brightspeed or whatever. And I worked there twice, as I did most of my call center jobs. I worked at most of them twice. First time I worked in sales. Second time customer service, which was really just sales. Second time I worked in save and retention, and I loved it. I loved it. Because I got all the angry customers, and I knew it was going to be angry customers because you're in save and retention. They're calling because they want to shut their shit off. They're pissed about something. There's something about knowing you're going to get all the angry customers that makes it a little easier. And when you're equipped with all the tools to make them happy again, and you're equipped with prior knowledge that this person's going to be upset about something, is a lot less stressful. So I was like, yes, bring it on. This is my challenge. Like all day, I'm just going to get all these pissy people, and my job is to make them smile by the end of the call. And man, was I good at my fucking job. I was so good at my job. So good. And that made me feel good. But I worked with some shitty people. I worked with girls that hated me from high school. Bitch, I know you still watch my page. But I worked with girls who hated me from high school because we were, all had to do with guys. And that made the job a lot more difficult. She loved to try to get me fired, and finally I walked off. Yeah. My least favorite job. Oh my gosh. 2. There have been 2. Well, okay. I would have to say anything to do with cleaning bathrooms because ew. Nope, take that back. My least favorite job to date was working at this hotel. I literally worked there for maybe 2 hours. 2 hours. And that's because they were training me and wouldn't leave me alone. And they had me clean the coffee pot and the counters with the same rag they had me wash the inside of the toilet bowl with. I walked out so fast after they had me do that. Like, I was ready to walk out a lot sooner because they had some questionable, like, cleaning techniques that I didn't agree with. But when she really said, no, you don't waste our rags, I'm not gonna even attempt the accent because I'm not gonna get canceled for this one fucking episode. But she's like, you don't waste our rags. You can use one rag for every 3 rooms. 1 rag for every 3 rooms. Ms. Ma'am. And you want me to clean the inside of the toilet and then come out here and clean the inside of this coffee pot that people drink out of. Bitch, you out your ever loving mind. I walked out so fast, and then they kept calling me saying, it's not your break. It's not your break. You don't get a break today. You don't get a break today. And then they wanted me to come back and train the next day. And I was like, you're not even paying me for the day that you just trained me, you nasty son of a bitches. Ew. That was my least favorite job. Fuck that place. And that place is still open. I'm pretty sure it's like new owners, new management, because like they changed the name and everything. But like I'll never step foot in there to ever find out because ew. But yeah, it's still open and running. Let's see. If I could give my 18-year-old self advice, what would it be? 18. What was it? Girl, heal. Heal. Talk to somebody. Write it out. Do something. Get off your ass. Heal. Drugs aren't going to fix it. Alcohol is not going to fix it. Sex isn't going to fix it. Food isn't going to fix it. Heal. Fucking heal. That's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. Fucking heal. Because waiting until you're 30 is such a waste of time. Such a waste of life. Fucking heal. The person I look up to most in life. Y'all always want to know about the most influential people in my life, the people I look up to. I don't necessarily have people that I look up to in life. I have people that I don't ever want to be like. It's been like that since I was a child. I would say somebody that I admire a lot would be Bunny Lombardo. I love how unapologetically authentic she is and how true to herself and her story she is. There are so many people who yes, baby. There are so many people who tell her she can't be who she is because of who she was. And there are so many people who tell her she's wrong for this, that, and the third. And she's like, look, this is who I am. This is who I was. This is who I'll forever be. Like, that I can't change the past, and I love her for that. I admire her for that. Anybody who can truly live their truth and accept themselves for every part of who they've ever been, I admire the fuck out of that, because that is a hard place to get to in life. Some people never get there. And the fact that she has, like, I love her for that. She's amazing. If I could have coffee with anybody, who would it be? I would love to have coffee with my great grandpa. He passed when I was 2. I was the only great grandchild he ever met. And I adored him. I would love to have coffee with him and just talk about his life experience. I'm gonna cry. Stop it. Why do you guys do this shit? Why do you guys put this shit in the family email box? Like, what? I come in here expecting some crazy, outlandish questions, because the questions you guys ask me on the anonymous thing on Snapchat are fucking ridiculous. So I expect these to be ridiculous too. And then you guys ask me some like questions that get me like, oh my gosh. No, but I would love to ask him about his life and his experiences and what shaped him into the man that he became. Because he was an incredible person. And I've done some dumb shit in my life that he would have never done. He would have never allowed. He would have never, whatever. But I feel like he was the person that would have loved me through it. I feel like my grandpa was the person who would have had that unconditional love for me. Okay, we're done being sad now. We're done. On to the next one. What Enneagram type are you? What the fuck is an Enneagram? Do I need to look this up? What is an Enneagram? Hold on. I'm looking it up. Oh, a personality type test? I took one of those and I can't remember what the fuck I am. It's on one of my, it's like INJ something. INJ. Is that a thing? Oh, never mind. I didn't take that test. Huh, guess I'll have to. I'll let you know in the next episode. If you had to write a book tomorrow, what would it be about? It'd be my autobiography. That's always been my goal. Since like 4th grade, I've wanted to write my autobiography when I was an adult, because I've been through some shit. If I won 10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on? A holler. I would buy a fucking holler and build a commune like pit bulls and parolees, and we would rescue animals, and I would move my closest and dearest out there, which would literally be like 4 people. But it would have to be a big holler because we can't be too close. Can't be too close. So yeah, if I were to win 10 million tomorrow, I would buy me a holler. I absolutely would. My biggest pet peeve? Oh dear. Oh dear. I have I Can we pass? Can we pass? Cause what the fuck? Yeah, let's pass that one. Let's what? Yeah. Okay. And I'm back. Sorry. Thought that was an emergency. Where am I from? I am from Wisconsin originally, grew up in Minnesota, and now I am back on the right side of the river. No offense to Minnesotans, but I am happy as fuck to be back in Wisconsin, except for the fact that y'all are legalized and we are not. What book changed my life the most? Holy shit. If I'm being honest and mad corny, I'm gonna say Chicken Soup for the Soul. I read it when I was in jail, and it gave me hope. It really did. Hardest challenge I've had to overcome in my life? Addiction, active addiction. That was the most difficult thing. Most people did not know I was an addict. And I lost my home. I lost my car. I lost my job. I lost friends. I lost family. I lost a legal battle against my family. Well, it was my family versus me, but I lost. I lost so much, so fucking much, all through my addiction. So that was definitely the hardest challenge that I've ever had to face. My favorite state? Oh my gosh. I'm going to say this is crazy. Okay. I'm going to say Tennessee, even though we won't get political, but I'm going to say Tennessee or Hawaii. Hawaii is just beautiful in every fucking way. It doesn't matter where you go, it is fucking beautiful. Um I love the markets. I love the people. I love the vibe. I love the energy. I love island time. If you know, you know. It's just everything about it is just amazing. I love Hawaii. But Tennessee is absolutely beautiful too. It's fucking gorgeous. What goals am I pursuing right now? My goals, I'm back to working on fitness because as you guys can see, I got a lot of jiggle. I'm working on getting to jump weight so that I can skydive. I am working on getting to a point where I can have skin removal surgery. I am working on getting my autobiography started, whether it is a book form or a stand-up comedy piece, which is probably more likely because I'm never going to get permission to talk about people in my autobiography. Um, yeah, those are my main goals right now. My favorite pastimes. I like traveling. Traveling is my thing. It's always been my thing. It's always going to be my thing. I love just going somewhere. I don't care if we're going just a couple towns over or if we're going halfway across the country. Travel. That is my favorite pastime. Who's taught me the most about my career? Ooh. Ooh. This one might piss some people off. Honestly, who taught me the most about my career was myself. I'm self-taught in a lot of this shit. Nobody gave me the keys. Nobody taught me, hey, use this equipment. Nobody taught me this is the software you want to use. Nobody taught me anything. I I had to figure all this shit out myself. So yeah, nobody taught me anything about podcasting. Not a person. People have like people have influenced my techniques or my styles, I guess, in a way. Like, people have given me ideas along the way, but nobody taught me anything. I think I had to figure it all out on my own. That's what I mean by gatekeeping. We need to leave that shit in 2023 because it should not be that. We should not be trying to keep other people from reaching a level of success just because they might surpass us. I'm not saying that I am surpassing anybody or I could surpass anybody. No, I'm not saying that at all. But we need to stop being fearful of competition. There is no competition. That happens at the bottom. Fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? That shit, collaboration, happens at the top. There should be no reason that somebody coming into your industry should have to learn everything for them fucking selves. Yes, there should be a level of trial and error, as there is in any industry, for someone to get their own footing and get their own style, their own, see what works for them. But there should be no fucking gatekeeping. That's ho shit. Fuck that. Who do I want to be like when I grow up? Honey, I'm going to grow old, not up. Um, but who I want to be like, I don't want to be like anybody. I don't. I want to be like me. Whoever, whatever that may look like in the future, I want to be that person. Whoever I'm evolving into, that's the person that I'm meant to be, and that's who I want to be. I don't want to be like anybody but myself. And I would hope nobody else wants to be like anybody but themselves either. Because you are perfect just the way you are. Hi, Mina. When did I first start learning about my craft? Like maybe a year after I started. I don't know. I still don't know shit about podcasting. I don't. So I started learning maybe, I don't know, like 6 months to a year after we started podcasting. When have I grown the most in life and what caused that growth? The most growth happened in my 30s. And I honestly don't know what caused it. I think when you hit 30, you just hit a stage of I don't give a fuck that like releases all the fucks you like you can say like I don't give a fuck. Let me find a fuck to give. Like you can say all that shit all you want, but when you hit 30, it literally happened the day I turned 30. I woke up and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say about me, think about me. I don't care. It's not my problem. I release it. It is not my burden to bear. It is not my load to carry. And it's been that. It has motherfucking been that ever since. And I am good with it. Um, I started doing better for me. So it's definitely my 30s. And I don't know what it was, but it was that last sleep of my 20s that just a switch flipped and bam, I was grown overnight. My favorite place to vacation? Ooh wee. Oh man, that's hard to say. I've been some remarkable places. I have been some remarkable places. I guess it depends on the vibe I'm going for. If I'm going for like family friendly, low key, laid back, chill, I really want to go out west, like South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, all those places. If I want to go for like girls trip and all that jazz, I want to go to Florida. I want to go to Key West. I want to go, there, do all the things. Um, and if I want to go solo, I've never traveled solo. Furthest I've been solo is Madison. Um, but if I were to take a solo trip, I would not mind going back to Hawaii, but going by myself because I my last trip, just the your trip, the company you're with on your trips can make or break your entire trip. Let's just say that. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Talking shit. Talking shit. Because in 5 years, I'll be damn near 30. Holy shit. I'll be going on 39. I'll be talking shit. Maybe I'll still be podcasting. I don't know. I never saw this for myself. So this wasn't like a goal of mine. This wasn't like, hey, I want to make a career out of podcasting. It just happened. And honestly, I still don't necessarily want it as a career. I just love doing it. I want to do it for the love of doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't want there to be pressure behind it. But in 5 years, maybe I'll still be podcasting, but I'll for damn sure still be doing the group. I'll for damn sure be unladylike as fuck. So we'll see. Who knows? What motivates me to get up in the mornings? Is it relationships, money, or success? None of the above. I could never be driven by relationships or money or success because any of those could be taken away at any moment. And if those are my purpose, like my reasons for getting up in the morning, what am I going to do when they're gone? Not get up. I get up because I want adventure. I get up because I want to experience something new. Every new day is a new adventure. So, yeah, never be driven by something that's essentially temporary. Even though you may not see it as temporary, it's all temporary. What have I learned about myself recently? I've learned about myself that I give too many chances because I have attachment issues because of trauma. Yeah. And it sucks because my love language is quality time. What How did I get to where I am today in my life and career? On accident. I'm just weighing it. I'm fumbling my way through life and it just all happens. I truly believe that we end up where we're supposed to be, where we're meant to be. And well, Depends on the work you put in. Because I could have went a whole other way, and I didn't. So it's all a combination of my decisions, my actions, timing, all the things. But as far as like my career, that was complete accident. By an introvert and extrovert. Let's get this clear. I'm an extrovert online. I'm an introvert in person. If you see me in public, like I've had people like scream across parking lots, Cubana, and run up and just like damn near tackle me and give me a hug. I'm cool with that. That is fine. You see me in public, you want to hug me, you want to interact with me, that's cool. That's fine. But if you see me and you see me see you, don't think I'm a bitch because you see you and I don't approach you. I'm such an introvert. I need to be approached first because one, I might not realize it's you. Two, I don't know if you want me to approach you. Three, I don't want to be a bugaboo. If you don't know that phrase, you're too young for me, bro. Like, I need to be approached first at all times. Once you approach me, it's on like Donkey Kong. But I'm an extroverted introvert. My extrovert is only online, I promise. My spirit animal, it's a combination between Cardi and Bunny. Thank you, Prima. You are so beautiful yourself. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. My spirit animal is whatever kind of little animal you'd get if you combine Cardi and Bunny. I'm ratchet. I'm just out there. Yeah. But if we're talking to actual animals, it's some sort of large cat. Very large cat. Yeah. Where would you never visit again? Or where would you never visit even if you were paid $1 million? You know, I would. I I can't even really say anywhere because I feel like there's no place I wouldn't go. Because I used to tell myself I'd never go back to Milwaukee, and I was literally just planning a trip to Milwaukee. I told myself I'd never go back to Chicago, and I'm still planning a trip to Chicago. Told myself I'd never go back to Minneapolis, and I'm planning a trip to Minneapolis. Like, I feel like there's no place I wouldn't go, especially if there's like history there. You're so welcome, Mika. Especially if there's history there, like people like, well, I wouldn't go to Baghdad. And I'm like, bro, I would. Like, do you know how much history is there? Like, I would go there. I mean, I'm guaranteed I would not come back, but I would love to go there. I would love to visit Cuba too, Mika. I see if you go to Mexico first and take off through Mexico, it's so much cheaper. That's what my dad was telling me. If you go through Mexico, it's so much cheaper. Juliet's coming. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to fucking Cuba. I'm down. I'm down because Juliet's coming. Yeah, I'm down to go to Cuba for real. I've been wanting to go so bad, but like everything's been fucking happening, and I just have had every excuse in the book not to fucking go. But like, I want to go, and Juliet's coming here, so I might as well go and just have her come back with me. Bada bang, bada boom. Um, am I a night owl or an early bird? Both, and it's some bullshit. Message me, Mika. We'll iron out the details, but we'll go. We'll go for real. We'll iron out the details. Message me. Cause, you know. But message me. We'll iron out details. I wasn't sure how much of your family's still there. Like, I know my dad, like, his whole family's still there, with the exception of, like, we have, I think his dad is here. And, like, obviously, like, my siblings. And then I have, like, a couple cousins that are here. But, like, all of his siblings are still there. And all of their kids are still there. And one of my cousins just passed away, like, within the last 6 months from an overdose. May she rest in peace. So I really want to get over there and pay my respects and see the family home and all that good shit. For sure. What is my proudest accomplishment? The Unladylike Lounge. The Unladylike Lounge. Because that is something that affects not just me, it affects 8.4 thousand women. It affects future generations of young women who will have a place to belong. It is something that was built to last for generations to come. I feel like I need to mute this quick. Best year of your life, and what was the worst year of your life? Whew, worst year of my life was 2007. I lost my first child and became a drug addict. Best year of my life. Te quiero mucho. The best year of my life would have to be 2023. A lot happened for me in 2023, and there were a lot of downfalls as well, but my blessings far outweighed the negatives. How have I changed the most over the last year? Oh my gosh. I am running around with scissors, cutting people off left and right. Like, holy shit. My favorite season is fall because I love it when it rains. I love the cold rain. Not answering that question. Would I rather spend 1 year at the North Pole or 2 years in the Sahara? I'm gonna say 1 year in the North Pole because as much as I have a phobia of the cold, I'd rather be cold than hot because I can always add layers. I can't keep taking layers of all of this off. So I'm gonna say a year at the North Pole. My celebrity crush, Bruno Mars, Cardi B, Bunny Lombardo. Yeah. Mainly Bruno and Cardi. My spiciest opinion that most people disagree with. I don't know that I want to go there. I don't know that I want to go there. My spiciest opinion that most people don't agree with. I'll get canceled so fast. I will get canceled so fucking fast. I don't know that I want to go there. Stop messaging me. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. Okay. Couples that I look up to or want my life to look like, my own love life to look like. I feel like that's a loaded question because you never know what couples go through behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? They could have the perfect relationship on social media or in front of cameras or whatever the case may be. And they could be beating the fuck out of each other behind closed doors. They could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like you should ever want to emulate anybody else's relationship. Like, your relationship should be your relationship, their relationship should be theirs. I admire Jelly and Bunny. I think the fact that they both come from, not the, you know, societal norm backgrounds, and they've built a beautiful life together and a beautiful family together. That is something to be applauded. I think that's very beautiful. On that level, I'd say that that's something that I would look up to as far as relationships go, because I come from a background that is not the societal norm. Like, I don't come from a white picket fence type household. I don't come from a two-parent household. I don't come from a typical home. I don't come from any of that shit. So, odds are I'm not going to end up in with somebody that did come from that type of background. Um so yeah, I'm I'm not gonna get on here and be like, oh, but I look up to Harley and Joker, or if you know, you know. Somebody's gonna watch this and know exactly what I'm talking about. But no, I don't look up to shit like that. I look up to people who take what they've got and make something beautiful out of it. What qualities are important for me in a partner? They have to be funny. I don't care if you've got a small peen. I don't care if you're not that, like, physically attractive, or not physically, cuz everybody's idea of attractive is different. I don't care if you're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. But if you're funny, ooh, baby, it's a wrap. It's a motherfucking wrap. And I'm a sucker for a pretty smile. I am a sucker for a pretty smile. That doesn't mean perfect smile, a pretty smile. Yes. What rules do I have for a relationship? I don't believe in rules in a relationship. Just fucking respect me. I think everything falls under the umbrella of respect. Respect me, I'll respect you, because if I have to set rules, like, what the fuck are we doing? I shouldn't have to put rules on my relationship and my partner. You should already know what is disrespectful to me and what isn't okay within a relationship. If you don't, you don't belong in a relationship, period. My love language, it is quality time. I am toxic when it comes to my quality time. I'm that girl that you could spend 4 days straight with, and the minute you say you're leaving, I will be like, why? Yes, Madison. It's like, why is this so hard? I'm literally not asking for the world. I'm not asking you to just shower me with lavish gifts. Like, there was a time when men were worried about gold diggers. Like, I'm not asking for a dime from you. I'm asking for respect. And you can't even afford that? The broke assness. Can't even afford to pay me respect. I can't. I fucking can't. What do I enjoy and hate most about dating? I hate dating in general. I hate dating in general. If we're dealing with each other, I already like I hate dating. I hate I'm a casual person. I'm either super casual or I'm all in. Like either we're just talking or I'm about to go get your name tattooed on my body. There's no in between. I'm absurd. It's ridiculous. It's toxic. It's a problem. I know it. Exactly. Like, how are you scared? I'm trying to steal your money. You don't have money to fucking give me. Like, you're asking me for money. I am the audacity to be afraid that I am a gold digger when I am the one bankrolling this entire fucking relationship. Boy, please have several fucking seats. Don't get me wrong, I like to trick off on somebody I'm dealing with. Like, I will admit that. I like to spoil the man or woman that I'm dealing with. I love it. I love it. I love to give gifts. Was I supposed to say homosexual? I was girl, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I was like, I feel like she meant homosexual. Because I'm a little on the homosexual side myself. The bet. It's never been an issue. But yes. Would you be willing to go on a blind date? Why or why not? Let me tell you. Last time I went on a blind date, hell no. Never again. Never the fucking again. He had his opinions about me. That's fine. You didn't have those opinions when you were begging for some coochie. You did not have those opinions when you were begging for some coochie. But when I told you you couldn't get none, then it was something different, right? But let me no, let me stop. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Madison, I slammed that down really hard. That was unnecessary. I apologize. That was. Please, sir, can I have some more? When, if ever, do you think you would get married? I am done with the concept of marriage. I don't want to get married. I have my entire wedding planned out, though. But I don't want to get married. I just want to have a wedding because my ex is going to be my best man. Not my husband's best man, my best man. I'm not going to have a maid of honor. My bridesmaids are going to be like all my unladies. And then my ex is going to be my best man. It involves some crazy shit. I'll save that for another episode. But I'm having a wedding, just no marriage. I'm being honest about it. Most people are like, yeah, I want to get married. No, you don't. You want to have a wedding. You don't want the marriage. You just want the party. When do you want to stop dating and settle down? I don't want to date, period. Either we are just sneaky linking or I'm tattooing your name on me and we are locked in for life until it's time to cover your fucking name up. Ask me how I know. Although this one I fixed. R.I.P. Joe. Love you. R.I.P. babe. What should a healthy friendship look like? Oh. Respect, reciprocation, snacks, and love. And by love, I don't mean enabling. I mean that person that's going to tell you when you're wrong and tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. That's a healthy friendship. How have your friendships changed as you grew and moved through the seasons of life? Wow. I'm not friends with anybody from the past. Literally. None of my friends. Yes. None of my current friends are people that I was friends with like in high school, that I was friends with in college. I don't talk to anybody that I used to work with anymore. I mean, like, I might still have them on my Facebook, but we don't talk. We're not friends. We don't go out to catch up. Nothing. All of my friends are people who fit my current, like, my current life. The healing me, the learning me, the evolving me, the me that I want to be are the type of people that I surround myself with now. Not the people who fit the patterns of my past. How do you make new friends? The lounge. I make new friends in the lounge all the time. Those are my girls, my women, my own ladies. What do you think about the phrase, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Oh, good Lord. It's so true. Because I used to think birds of a feather flock together. But even if you're nothing like person A over here, if you spend enough time with them, their patterns and their habits will brush off on you and you will become that bird of a feather. Watch. Just watch. When do you think it's time to move on from a friendship when it feels one-sided? Immediately. Take that back. Try to talk it out. Communicate your feelings. Because in a friendship, there should always be open communication in any type of relationship. Friendship, romantic relationship, family relationship. There should always be able to be healthy, open communication. If there can't, move the fuck on. If there is a conversation and nothing changes, move the fuck on. You deserve friendships, relationships, family relationships that are both sides, effort from both sides. It's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes it's 90-10. Sometimes it's, and you have to appreciate that their 50 might not look like your 50. They might not have the abilities that you do. They might not have the resources that you do. So you also have to take a look at their abilities, their resources, their accesses, their circumstances, and appreciate and respect their version of 50, because their version of 50 might not be your version of 50. Their version of 90 might be your version of 50. You know what I mean? What was your perspective on mental health growing up versus now? Well, I didn't have compassion. I was suicidal starting in the 4th grade, and I had no compassion for anybody else that dealt with mental health. I laughed at Britney Spears. I laughed at anybody else who was clearly hurting, who was clearly going through some mental health shit. And to be fair, I only name drop Britney because that was one of the most iconic mental health situations of our time. And I had no compassion. None. It wasn't talked about in my day. It wasn't out there. And now it is. It's safe to talk about. It's okay to talk about. And I apologize to everybody I ever laughed at, to everybody I ever wasn't there for everybody I misunderstood. I apologize because it doesn't feel good to be on the other end of that. Okay, hold on.